All right, let's see. Indirect percussion on these. Should I wait? No, I'll do it now. The reason to wait would be you get these a little bit deeper and then do the punch outs. But I think that on the real ones, there's no reason to wait. The reason why I would wait is just for aesthetics, just because it would look better if I waited. But they weren't really that concerned about how it looked, other than the overall shape. So I shouldn't be too concerned about how it looks. All right, so here we go. I'm saying that a lot now. Here we go. Now this tip could fly right off doing these. So I got to be very careful. And I could overshoot easily. So baby steps. Get the feel for it first. Have my finger on the tip. And drive one, a good one. Yes, not bad. Now, did I take care of that? No, the steppiness is on this side. So we're going to try for that next. After just one more flake there. All right. We're going to try for that flake there. I think I got it. I think you did it. Okay. The trick is don't put in more step fractures. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that step fracture from this side. It makes a certain sound when it does it. Yeah, the trick is not to put in more step fractures after getting rid of one. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I held my breath on that one because it might look easy, but some of these flakes can go crazy and then make your life miserable. They could overshoot or dive in or create a big old fat step fracture that ends up stalling your notch. That sort of thing. This surface is very steppy and stuff, but that one's not, so I'll probably sign this side. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm taking my time on this one. Better to take my time than to rush it and break it. Okay. Yeah, the stem is rather wide. So I'm not going to do too much more edge work on this stem. Just popping out flakes with the spatula tool. See that edge there? It dips down. That's usually okay. Real artifacts are kind of wonky like that sometimes, but I'm going to take one flake there. Oh, let's see. Yeah, real ones have wonkiness like that sometimes, but I'm going to try to flatten that out just a little bit. And if I can't do it, I'll just leave it in. So I took one off the highest point on that side. I think I might take another one off of this side. In this direction. Yeah. So I kind of straightened it out a little bit more. Okay. Now these go fairly deep. Okay, the notches go fairly deep. Which means I need a better... I do have a thicker spatula tool. It might be a little bit better. A little bit more aggressive. So I don't spend a lot of time. Flip over to the other direction. From there to there, you know, from the flat to the not flat to the edge, I suppose. And do the little notching like I would on a regular notch. Pop it out. I don't know if that worked that great. See, if you push too hard, it could... See that? That was just from that pop out. Little flake went in here and tried to curl over and dive. So you gotta watch out. Okay, very close. You can't see it really. Okay. But it's close. It's just a little further in. Let's see. Might be able to do it with this. It's just this is really short. Okay. It looks almost right. I gotta take out that step fracture. It's bugging me. Okay. Stem is a little wonky, twisted. Shouldn't worry too much. I shouldn't worry too much about that. I don't know. I think I'm going to be asymmetrical there. Oh well. Yeah, I don't need to do any pop outs, any major pop outs there. It looks pretty good as it is. I do need to do a little pop out on this side though. Nothing too fancy, just make sure there's no steps. No step fractures. This barb looks pretty thick. Let's see. I'm going to pick at it with a delicate flaker. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. I'm having a hard time seeing. I don't know if you're seeing this, but I'm just trying to prepare the edge so it's not steppy, and then drive in some nice pressure flakes. A lot of times it takes time to make it look like it was done in 5 minutes. You know, set up these bold flakes. It's that little bold flake right there that thinned out that barb. Sometimes those take time to set up. It'll take time to set those up, and you'll spend 30 minutes to do something that looks like it took 5 minutes. But it's worth it. All right. Okay, I think those notches need to go a little bit higher up. So here we go. This is where it gets dicey. And of course, the Native Americans would push the flint knapping to the limits. They always did that. That's pretty common. All right, let's see. Do a pop out that looks like I did it quickly instead of spending all this time setting it up. All right. Now the danger is hitting the wood on the side of the stem or on the barb, because if it does that, it'll pop it right off. And yes, I've popped off stems before, especially when you're frustrated and you need to put a lot of pressure on that flake or on that platform to get that flake. You can pop off a whole stem. I'm gonna make sure I leave room for the serrations. Yeah, the serrations go all the way down, almost to the end of the barb. All right, so this side. A little bit higher. Yeah. It looks like they were fairly well developed on the bottom edges of the notches. Like they spent some time doing this little trimming at the bottom of the notch. Just by the way the pictures look, they're not all jaggedy at the bottom here. It looks like they took some time to dress it up. So that's what I'll do. Okay, let's see. Almost symmetrical. Yeah, I think the barbs are a little bit long though. Anyway, let's see. Okay, time for the serrations. Right. After I mess with it a little bit more. Okay. Yes, I'm going to use the same tool. Same tool for the serrations. Okay. They're fairly close together, actually. Let's see. One at a time. Pop out. Do a little scratching. Another pop out. Well, that wasn't that good. Scratching. Pop out. Scratching. And a pop out again. Repeat. Scratch. Flip. Pop out. Scratch. Pop out. Right? Is it doing it? Yep, that's the way to do it. Scratch. They go up halfway. Okay, so scratch, flip, pop, scratch, and pop. Scratch, flip, pop, scratch, flip, pop. Repeat. Scratch, flip, pop. Ooh, that was a little bit too much. Scratch, flip, pop. Alrighty, so what do we talk about while we're doing the scratch flip pops? I don't know. Let's see. Kevin left. He got bored. I hadn't seen Kevin in a while. Kevin's not actually, well, he's my dog, yeah, but my kids named him. He belongs to one of my children, although it's hard to keep track which dog belongs to who. We have 6 dogs, 6 children. Anyway, hadn't seen him in a while, and I usually try to give him a bath or wash him up a little bit. He got into something the other day when I wasn't here. He's all mangy or dirty looking. I noticed that in the video when I was reviewing it. I said, damn, Kevin, need a bath. Okay, a little bit more to go and then we'll be done. Just in time. Just in time to be an hour into the video. It's amazing how long these take. Scratch, flip, pop, scratch, flip, pop. Oops, that one didn't pop. You don't want to scratch too much at the bottom of the last pop because then it leaves a nice, ugly, white, powdery bottom of the serration, which is not something you want. You want a nice pop out. Okay. Does that look right? I'm going to say it does because I'm the only one here. Let me see. I'm going to dress up the bottom of the notches a little bit better. I said I was going to make it a little more fancy, but I don't know. I don't know what I can do to make it look better except for the symmetry. These barbs are sharper than I've got them. So let me sharpen that barb on both sides. Scratch, pop, pop, pop. A little bit of time left. Yeah, might be kind of wide, but oh well. I took advantage of the width of the preform to make a nice wide point. I still got a lot of steps in there. I could try to drive some thinning flakes. A little bit thick up at the top. I don't want to mess with that though. If I mess with the metal and try to do thinning there, it's going to make the top look way too fat, and I don't want to mess with the top part because I have trouble thinning the tips. Let's see, I got 5 minutes left. Let me see. Yeah, that's about as much as I dare to go on that. Yeah, I shall surely mess it up if I try anymore. Yeah, see, I don't have it's kind of bumpy right there. I would try a flake here, but the surface is concave right there. So I could try to run a flake into that mass, but there's no real nice convex area. It's all scooped out. And then I go to the other side, and that's scooped out too. The only way to do it would be to take back this edge here, take it back to match that edge, and hopefully I have a thick spot, thick enough that I can run flakes over. But then I run the risk of overshot. So let's see if I can get rid of some of those other little fingernail step fractures just by picking at them. Yeah, and I would need to sharpen that. Okay, let's see. 2 minutes. Sharp, sharp. All right. Yeah, I can't even figure out where the edge of that step fracture is. It's so thin. It's not grabbing that one at all. Subterranean. Can't say I didn't try. Sometimes it looks really chattery if you try to do that. Let's see. Let me see if I can take a flake. Just generally go over the surface. Yep, I would have to send in some percussion flakes if I wanted to clear that up. So I won't do it. Okay. All right, so there you go. It's a Houx point. Or a Houx point, whatever you want to call it. See if I can get a good thumbnail shot. Okay, that's it.